All right, so today we're taking a look at laser trailers, and if you are looking for a trailer for your laser or Ilka, hopefully this gives you a little bit of a compare and contrast. My trailer is the one on the left. I just picked up a trailer for a friend of mine. That's the one on the right. It's I'd say it's an apple to grapefruit comparison, in the sense that this one is made by Nautical America. It's my trailer. And then this one is made by Kitty Hawk trailers. So pretty similar designs. I don't know what the history is. I mean, they certainly look like they were the same company at one point, but all right, so let's go ahead and compare and contrast. So this is a trailer. Now, if you can find one of these trailers, they're great because they're pretty lightweight. They support the trailer from the rail. And one of the best things about them, maybe the best thing about them, is the fact they have this turning thing. So that allows you to move your boat, basically put the bow, basically lets you take the boat off the trailer by yourself and put it onto your dolly, because you just, as you lift the boat up from the stern, this hinges off and then it gets off onto the dolly. So that's the thing that both of these trailers have. They both have this rotating bow thing. So, all right, a bit of a compare and contrast. And again, this thing's been sitting on top of a cargo container, but you know, it's worth it because it's been sitting on top of a cargo container for some number of years or decades. So it needs a bit of work. So let's go ahead and take a look at it. So starting from the back, you can see we've got the trailer light is cracked. Probably is going to need to get redone by the trailer shop. When I had my trailer shop done, so I had my trailer was in accident, so the guy had to weld a new bar on here, but he also put the lights inside the wheel like this, right? And that means as it's getting moved, what's going to happen is if you go to a regatta, or just if you're just keeping it around, your trailer's going to get moved around by people who might not be super careful. And if the light is in here in line with the wheel, what that means is it's more likely to get busted up. So you can see here, that's exactly what's happened here. You know, you can see the crack, it's gotten busted up. So a really simple thing to do would be to take this light and undo this clip right here and then flip it around so that the light is on the inside here. And I'm going to show you what that looks like on yet another trailer. So here is again, Nautical America trailer, and you can see what they've done is they've just taken the light, which was here, and just moved it into here. It's just a simple matter of moving this bracket in and like this. So it's just a little bit less likely to get beaten up. All right, back to our trailer edition of this old trailer. Okay, so that's one thing. Replace this, move it to the inside here. Always good, make sure that bar is tight, well, make sure this is tight. Make sure the bar carries all the way through. It's great that we've got this, you'll never want to put your boat, roll it on this thing, but it's good it has a nice plastic PVC. And then same thing here. Again, this thing busted up, so again, move this here. Okay. The other thing is, if I look at the leaves, the leaves here, maybe I'll look at this side. You can see we've got, I mean, there'll often be a little bit of corrosion, but this is looking pretty bad right here. So I would have the leaf springs, or I think that's what these are called. These basically, I don't want to touch it, but get this guy, I don't want to touch it because I just put Rust-Oleum on it to kind of loosen up these nuts. But yeah, this guy here, this plate, these nuts, all rusty. And when I see the corrosion looking like that, it's like, yeah, you probably want to get that fixed before you blow out on the road. So do that on both the right-hand side of the trailer and the left-hand side of the trailer. Get these leaf springs fixed. Overall, the trailer looks really nice. It's this nice chrome polish. What else? Looking a little rusty, so that might be good to fix. But bigger issue. These nuts, or these bolts are all rusted. This hub here is all rusted. Again, put some Rust-Oleum. I put some Rust-Oleum on it, but my hunch is that what sometimes people do is they'll launch the boat in the water, and like especially salt water, and it just over time it just corrodes. So, you know, look, it's going to cost you about, to buy a used dolly, I don't know, maybe $100 to buy a new dolly, maybe somewhere along the lines of, I don't know, $400 or $500. To get your bearings fixed is going to cost you $500. So like what it costs you for a dolly, which is really nice to use, you're going to spend on replacing your hubs if you launch your boat in the water. So don't put your trailer in the water. It's false economy. All right, and then you can look at, again, this light here is going to have to get fixed. And then what else? These chains are a little bit, it's a little hard to show on camera, but they seem to be a little bit on the, skinny side. Let's see, I'm comparing them to mine. Actually, they're about, okay, I guess they're good. I guess they're good. But one thing is that they're attached with a little bit of, it's a little hard to see, but a little, let's see. I don't know if okay, hang on. There we go. So they're attached with this cable right here, which, I don't know, not thrilled with that. It seems pretty big. I don't know, maybe it'll be fine. I'd definitely ask the trailer repair guy about that. And then we have a nice flat 4 here. That's pretty standard, 4 pins. But I would definitely get these wires all in some kind of nice covering, so you can see what the guy did on my trailer here, much better. And what else? Also, there's a fast pin right here for, which is sort of the safety on the trailer, but I really prefer this guy. You can get these on Amazon, because it just, this guy, you're dependent on the little ball stopping it from going out, and you know, if something's rattling over that little ball, if this thing rattles over time, it could, you know, potentially pop out. Whereas this thing, try to do this one with one hand, but you basically, look at that, one hand. It's basically a spring, and even if it's bouncing around, it's not gonna pop out, or it's less likely to pop out. So get one of these, don't use one of those. All right, and then, but you know, otherwise the trailer has good bones. I mean, it's nice and has this nice chrome finish to it, really nice. So if we compare contrast to mine, what do we do? So, okay. So my Nautical America, it's actually pretty rusty. I should probably put some Rust-Oleum on here. I like to lock it too in the yard, so that way it doesn't go missing. I tape an AirPod to it. That's another good thing, just to make sure, you know, if you're at a big regatta, a big site, and you're like wondering where somebody moved your trailer, always good to have an AirPod on it. I like to pre-tie some lines. That's something for another video, but just kind of how to do all that. But yeah, have preset lines and ropes for the bow. Also for the dolly as well. This kind of hooks through and then attaches to this cable. I have the same thing right here on this side. It'll slide forward, and then where you mount your dolly, it goes right there. And then a pre-mount lines for this goes over the hull, like keeps the hull locked into this guy right here, and then goes around the spars, the mast boom, and top section in a bag, and then locks everything down by tying from this guy here to this guy here. Oops. And then this guy goes over the back of the boat to tie down the back part of the dolly. So old main sheet, it's worn through. It kind of basically broke at where the ratchet from ratchet wear. But yeah, good use for an old main sheet. Nice and stretchy rope. And yeah, so that's basically, oh, and I'm looking for one more thing, which is pretty important. And that's a license plate. I just realized this thing does not even have a license plate holder. That is interesting. So, yeah, okay, so again, trailer repair guy can definitely take care of that. So anyway, those are some thoughts, compare and contrast between two trailers. Oh, and one more really important thing. Let's talk about wheels and tires. So these wheels the wheels look fine. The tires have a weird kind of, it's a little hard to show, but they're not, the treads aren't worn down, but they have kind of a bit of a bulge here. So I would definitely look at getting new tires installed. They're not that old, as evidenced by the little guys here. Well, not that many road miles, as evidenced by the fact you still have these little sticky things going out. But this thing's kind of bulging out, and I would be a little bit worried about taking this. Whereas my tires here, they're from Les Schwab, which is a great spot, and it's just not as bulging out. So these are new looking tires. You can tell these have been out in the sun for quite a while. So I would definitely replace the tires. Yeah, the tires replace. Yeah, this has that weird little up ridge in the top. So tires replace. Wheels look fine. Bolts rusty, need to be replaced. Hub rusty, probably needs to be replaced and or repacked with grease. All right, there you have it. Hope that was helpful.